Salem's Lot, 2004, stands as a commendable adaptation of Stephen King's iconic novel, successfully bringing the essence of the story to screen while making it relevant and engaging for contemporary audiences. Loyalty to source material. One of the primary strengths of this adaptation is its faithfulness to the source material. While it takes some creative liberties, it remains true to the core elements of King's novel. The characters, the small-town setting, and the overarching sense of dread are all meticulously translated onto the screen, catering to fans of the book while inviting newcomers into the eerie world of Salem's Lot. Modernization without losing essence. Adapting a story written in the 70s for a modern audience is no easy feat, but this miniseries manages it adeptly. It updates certain aspects while preserving the heart of the narrative. The incorporation of contemporary elements, both in terms of setting and technology, feels natural and serves to enhance the storytelling rather than detract from it. Strong performances. Rob Lowe's portrayal of Ben Mears anchors the narrative, showcasing both the vulnerability and determination of the character. The supporting cast, including Donald Sutherland and Andre Braugher, adds depth and authenticity to the story. The ensemble's performances contribute significantly to the series' success in bringing the characters to life. Atmosphere and cinematography. One of the standout features of this adaptation is its ability to create a palpable atmosphere of dread. The cinematography and set design work in harmony to establish a haunting ambience, effectively immersing the audience in the eerie world of Salem's Lot. The visuals, coupled with a carefully crafted atmosphere, amplify the tension and fear, making it a genuinely chilling viewing experience. Resonance with audiences. Beyond catering to fans of the original novel, this adaptation manages to resonate with a broader audience. It taps into universal themes of fear, community, and the battle between good and evil, making it accessible and engaging for viewers who may not be familiar with the source material. What makes Salem's Lot, 2004, a standout adaptation? Character depth and development. Beyond the faithful recreation of characters from Stephen King's novel, the adaptation takes the time to explore their complexities. Each character feels fleshed out, with their fears, vulnerabilities, and motivations portrayed in a nuanced manner. This depth allows the audience to connect with the characters on a more profound level, intensifying the impact of the unfolding horror. Effective building of suspense. The series masterfully builds suspense, utilizing the slow burn approach to create an escalating sense of unease. It understands the power of anticipation, strategically placing eerie moments and subtle hints early on, gradually ramping up the tension until it reaches a nerve-wracking crescendo. This gradual progression keeps viewers on the edge of their seats, eagerly anticipating the next chilling revelation. Vampire lore and horror elements. In staying true to classic vampire lore, Salem's Lot embraces the traditional aspects of these creatures of the night. It effectively blends these age-old vampire elements with contemporary storytelling techniques, resulting in a haunting portrayal of vampirism that feels both familiar and refreshing. The horror elements are delivered with a careful balance, avoiding gratuitous shocks in favor of building a pervasive sense of dread. Direction and production quality. The series benefits from strong direction and high production values. The director's vision and attention to detail are evident throughout, ensuring a cohesive and immersive experience. The use of practical effects and cinematography contributes significantly to the overall atmosphere, creating a hauntingly beautiful yet unsettling depiction of the town and its supernatural affliction. Emotional investment and impact. Beyond the scares and horror elements, Salem's Lot succeeds in evoking emotional investment from the audience. It doesn't solely rely on jump scares or gore to elicit reactions. Instead, it crafts a narrative that taps into universal human emotions. The stakes feel real, and the emotional journeys of the characters resonate, making the inevitable confrontations with the supernatural all the more impactful. Legacy and influence. As an adaptation, Salem's Lot, 2004, has left a lasting legacy within the realm of horror television. Its success in faithfully adapting King's novel, while infusing it with modern sensibilities, has set a benchmark for subsequent adaptations of classic horror literature. In essence, Salem's Lot, 2004, stands out not only as a faithful adaptation but as a testament to the enduring power of Stephen King's storytelling. Its meticulous attention to detail, coupled with strong performances and an unwavering commitment to creating a chilling atmosphere, solidifies its place as a must-watch for horror enthusiasts and fans of the genre. Salem's Lot, 2004, often finds itself underrated despite its many strengths. Depth and storytelling. The miniseries doesn't rush the narrative. Instead, it takes its time to establish the world, characters, and underlying tensions. This patient storytelling approach might not immediately appeal to those seeking instant gratification, but it allows for a more immersive and thorough exploration of the story's intricate layers. This depth rewards attentive viewers with a richer, more satisfying experience. Subtle psychological horror. While the series certainly delivers on traditional horror elements, it excels in its utilization of psychological horror. It taps into primal fears and explores the psychological toll of confronting the unknown and battling malevolent forces. The fear isn't just in the supernatural, it's in the unraveling of the characters' psyches as they grapple with the horrors unfolding in their town. Cinematic ambition for television. The series showcases an impressive level of cinematic ambition, often seen more commonly in feature films than television productions. The visual storytelling, coupled with a haunting musical score, creates an immersive experience that transcends the limitations of the small screen. Its ambition in presenting a grand, atmospheric narrative deserves recognition. Reinterpretation of classic themes. Salem's Lot doesn't merely retell a classic vampire tale. It reinterprets timeless themes of good versus evil, the corrupting influence of power, and the strength of community in the face of darkness. This modern take on age-old themes injects new life into the story, making it relevant and resonant for contemporary audiences. The impact on subsequent horror works. While often overshadowed by more mainstream adaptations, Salem's Lot, 2004, has undoubtedly influenced subsequent horror adaptations. Its emphasis on character-driven horror, atmospheric tension building, and the blending of psychological and supernatural elements has left a mark on how horror stories are adapted and presented on screen. Despite being underrated in mainstream discussions, the series has garnered a cult following among horror aficionados and fans of Stephen King's work. This dedicated fanbase appreciates its merits and continues to celebrate its strengths, contributing to its status as a hidden gem in the realm of horror adaptations. In summary, Salem's Lot, 2004, deserves more recognition for its depth, patience in storytelling, psychological horror elements, cinematic ambition, thematic reinterpretation, and its lasting impact on subsequent adaptations. Its underrated status doesn't diminish its quality but rather adds to its allure as a hidden treasure within the realm of horror television. Overall, Salem's Lot, 2004, stands out as a commendable adaptation due to its loyalty to the source material, successful modernization, strong performances, immersive atmosphere, and its ability to resonate with both fans and newcomers alike. It captures the essence of King's novel while effectively translating it to a visual medium, making it a compelling and worthwhile watch for horror enthusiasts and fans of the author's work. Salem's Lot, 2004, is a two-part television miniseries based on Stephen King's novel of the same name. Here's a detailed description of the plot. Part 1. The story begins with writer Ben Mears, played by Rob Lowe, returns to his old town of Jerusalem's Lot to confront his haunted past and write a book about the eerie Marston house. Upon his arrival, Ben reconnects with locals and the mysterious antique dealer Richard Straker. However, as Ben settles in, strange occurrences start plaguing the town. People begin to disappear, and there are unsettling rumors circulating about the reclusive new owner of the Marston house, Kurt Barlow. Ben, along with Matt and a few others, begins to uncover the horrifying truth: Barlow is a centuries-old vampire who has set his sights on Salem's Lot. The townsfolk gradually fall under Barlow's spell, turning into vampires themselves. Ben realizes the urgency of the situation and races against time to convince the remaining uninfected residents to fight back against the encroaching darkness. Part 2. As the vampire epidemic spreads, the battle between the remaining humans and the growing legion of vampires intensifies. Ben, Matt, and a small group of survivors, including Susan Norton, take refuge in the local boarding house, preparing to make a last stand against Barlow and his minions. The tension escalates as the group faces internal conflicts, the emotional toll of losing loved ones, and the impending threat of the vampire horde descending upon them. Ben, driven by determination and a desire to protect those he cares about, leads the charge to confront Barlow in a final showdown. The climax is a harrowing and intense battle between light and darkness, and the fate of Salem's Lot hanging in the balance. In the aftermath, the survivors grapple with the aftermath of their traumatic ordeal, haunted by the memories of the horrors they faced. Ben, having confronted both the literal and figurative demons of his past, leaves Salem's Lot, forever changed by the harrowing experience. Overall, Salem's Lot, 2004, weaves a tale of terror, exploring themes of evil, community, and the resilience of the human spirit in the face of supernatural horrors.